there are a lot of fighters who are considered pound for pound king, but for some reason they don't mention your name very often. And you're right up there. You haven't lost. You're winning. Do you consider yourself the pound for pound king right now, or right up there?
I do believe that I deserve to be on the pound for pound list. There have been setbacks in my career. You know, I have been fighting twice a year for, you know, the past 3 years. But with my record, I do believe that I deserve to be pound for pound. And I believe with a KO victory Saturday night, that would easily solidify a position if I don't already carry a position in the pound for pound rankings. Do I believe I'm number one pound for pound? I say no. I do believe that I will have many opportunities to strive for that in my career. And I look forward to that opportunity.
We spoke to Sam Watson, and he said you had such humble beginnings. They used to come with a moped to the gym. What kept you going? And I said, forget this, I'm going to get a job and make some money. Because I'm sure it wasn't easy.
Luckily, I've always had support, right? I was stifling $1,000 a month from Al Heyman, and with that $12,000 for the year, you know, I was able to live, man. You know, I was living in my mother's house, and I made a decision at the age of 18 years old. You know, I grew up thinking a little mad, pretty rebellious, thinking I was gonna move out right away. But I said, okay, you move out, you're most likely gonna have to pay $500 a month somewhere, this, that. You know, you might have to get a roommate to save some money. You know, your roommate might suck. You know, they might lose their job and not pay their bills. You know, you don't like doing dishes. I just wonder if they're gonna like doing dishes. You know, I just knew the chaos of reality, right? And the reality re-humbled me, and I was able to calm down. I was being a little bit more realistic, and I said, I'd rather give my own mother $400 a month to be in the bedroom that I've already been in before. I'll be right here. I'll give my mother, because I knew that the mortgage was about $800 a month. So I didn't pay electric. I didn't. I think I did pay my own internet bill, but I didn't pay an electric bill. I didn't pay a water bill. I simply gave my mother $400 a month, and then I paid for my cell phone, my internet, and for gas in the moped.
Going into fights, because I know when you were like 15, you were sparring against pro fighters. You probably were nervous back then. Are you still getting nervous? How did you deal with your nerves since you started so early sparring, like I said, big name fighters at that time?
It's funny that you mentioned that. So the first fight that I was not nervous in my whole boxing career, I was obviously an amateur at the time, right? And the first fight, I had no nerves. I lost the match.
Wow.
I said to myself, you're never allowed to not be nervous ever again. You have to be nervous. You can always lose. There's always a possibility that this man is better than you. Because, you know, it's not over till it's over. You don't know the truth until the truth reveals itself. So, you know, the thing is to not let the nerves get to you, you know. But I enjoy them. I enjoy the internal battle of, you know, of doubt trying to set its way into my heart, and then my, you know, my will and everything throwing doubt back out, you know. So it's there's like a play of emotions that happen before the battle, and it's interesting because on the religious side, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna goes to Arjuna right before a battle. This is war that is going to happen between practically two nations. So it's a huge war. But it's not like he's about to go to war against somebody he hates. He's going against war on his former mentors. These are people he looked up to and admired. And he told Lord Krishna his heart was very wavering right the day of the battle. The army behind him, the army in front of him, you know what I'm saying? And it was very wavering. He said, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to get through this battle? You know? And pretty much, Lord Krishna stated to him, you know, they might have been that way once upon a time, but they've changed their way of thinking. We've already tried to negotiate with them, and they don't want to negotiate with you no longer. And just like the Bible says, there's a time for everything, and there is a time for war. I'm somebody who cross-references between religions, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I could see from the Bible and this, and what Lord Krishna stated, that, you know, we tried. Krishna went and pleaded and tried to already negotiate terms and stuff. And they said no, and they said, well, you know, so obviously the outcome is war. It was time for war. Another thing is, you know, with the Hindus and their belief of reincarnation and stuff, Lord Krishna said, why are you thinking in such this way when you know that you know the truth of the flesh, and that we are spirit, and that you cannot cut them with a sword, you cannot burn them with a flame, you know? So it was Krishna who had to have a speech with Arjuna and help him get that doubt that was wavering and entering into his heart, and throw it back out for him to be victorious in that battle, you know? And I find, you know, sometimes I bring the doubt upon myself, where you should worry about losing. You should worry about being knocked out. This ain't basketball. This ain't football. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even with them boys, you have accidents. You know what I'm saying? So you should worry. But you should acknowledge how many miles you ran, how many sit-ups you did, how many push-ups you've done, what it sounds like when I hit the heavy bag. Did y'all see me knock down the heavy bag? You see what I'm saying? You know, so
Keith, we're gonna bring you guys up now.
So it's by acknowledging the hard work and dedication that you've done up until this point, up until this day, every ounce of sweat that has come out of my body, and then you know that you are prepared.
I wanted to show you something.